The story of Lord Rama and the golden deer. Once upon a time, deep in the dense forests of Dandaka, Lord Rama, his devoted wife Sita, and his loyal brother Lakshmana were living in exile. The peaceful, green wilderness was their home, and they spent their days in serenity, until one day an enchanting figure appeared that would change their lives forever. It was a sunny morning when Sita's eyes caught sight of something extraordinary, a magnificent golden deer. Its fur shimmered like sunlight reflecting off pure gold, and its delicate movements were graceful as if it were dancing through the trees. Its large, glowing eyes seemed to beckon her, drawing her in. "Oh, Rama," Sita exclaimed, her voice full of excitement. "Look at that beautiful deer. I have never seen anything so marvelous in my life. Please, dear husband, can you catch it for me? It would be the perfect companion to make our forest home feel more magical." Though Rama knew the forest held many dangers, he could not deny Sita's wish. Her joy was his joy. He smiled at her fondly and replied, "My dear Sita, if this deer pleases you, then I shall capture it for you." He turned to his brother Lakshmana and said, "Stay here and protect Sita, while I go after the deer." With his bow in hand, Rama sprinted after the golden creature, which dashed deeper into the forest, its glowing figure slipping in and out of the shadows like a wisp of sunlight. The chase continued for miles. Every time Rama thought he was close enough to catch it, the deer leapt away, teasing him with its speed. But little did they know, this was no ordinary deer. It was Maricha, a powerful demon sent by Ravana, the king of Lanka. His goal? To lure Rama away and leave Sita unprotected, setting the stage for Ravana's devious plan. As Rama finally grew suspicious, he realized the deer was not what it seemed. With his divine knowledge, he aimed his arrow and with one swift motion shot the golden creature. The arrow struck true, and in an instant the deer let out a terrifying scream. But instead of the cry of an animal, it was the voice of a man. The deer transformed into the demon Maricha, and with his dying breath he imitated Rama's voice, calling out, "Lakshmana, help! Save me!" Far away, back at the hermitage, Sita heard the cry. Her heart leapt in fear. "Lakshmana!" she cried. "Did you hear that? Something has happened to your brother. You must go help him." Lakshmana, however, knew his brother's strength and was certain no harm could come to him so easily. "Do not fear, Lady Sita," he reassured her. "No power on earth could harm Lord Rama. He will return shortly." But Sita, overwhelmed with worry, urged him again, her voice trembling with desperation. "Lakshmana, you must go. Rama needs you." Reluctantly, Lakshmana obeyed her. But before leaving, he took his bow and drew a protective boundary around the entrance to the hut. "Sita, I will go to my brother, but you must promise me something. Do not step beyond this line, no matter what happens. This will protect you from any danger." As soon as Lakshmana left, the forest seemed to grow darker and quieter. Suddenly, a frail old man appeared at the entrance, dressed as a sage. He walked slowly, leaning on his staff, and his voice was weak as he begged, "Oh, kind lady, will you not give this poor man some food or water?" Sita, ever compassionate and seeing a chance to serve, stepped forward. "Please wait, good sage," she said. "I will bring you something to eat." But as she prepared the food, the old man continued, "I am too weak to wait at the door. Won't you please come closer and serve me properly?" Sita hesitated, remembering Lakshmana's warning. But the old man's pleading face and trembling hands tugged at her heart. How could she refuse a hungry sage? Slowly, she stepped out of the boundary to offer him food. In that very moment, the old man's disguise melted away, revealing the terrifying form of Ravana, the 10-headed demon king of Lanka. Before Sita could react, Ravana swept her into his chariot and sped away through the skies toward his far-off kingdom. Rama soon returned, having defeated the golden deer, only to find that Sita was gone. His heart sank. The peaceful forest, once a place of refuge, now felt like a cruel Lakshmana. He turned to Lakshmana. They vowed to rescue Sita, no matter the cost. This marked the beginning of the epic journey of Lord Rama, leading him to face Ravana, the great battle of Lanka, and ultimately, the triumph of good over evil. The meaning of this story. The story of the golden deer is rich with lessons for life. On the surface, it may seem like a tale of deceit and tragedy, but when we look deeper, we see a profound message about trust, righteousness, and the dangers of desire. Sita's wish for the golden deer represents the illusions of the world, the things we believe will bring us happiness, but often distract us from what truly matters. Rama's pursuit of the deer, though noble in his love for Sita, shows how even the purest intentions can lead us into danger if we are not careful. Lakshmana's boundary symbolizes the protection of dharma, righteousness, the moral laws that guide our lives. When we step beyond that boundary, lured by temptation or fear, we open ourselves to harm, just as Sita did when she crossed the line to help the disguised Ravana. The golden deer teaches us to be aware of illusions and to seek contentment not in fleeting desires, but in the truth. It reminds us that the path of righteousness is not always easy, but it is the only path that leads to lasting peace and fulfillment. How to live your life. After hearing this story, the story of Lord Rama and the golden deer encourages us to examine our own lives. How often do we chase after things we think will make us happy, only to find that they lead to more problems? How often do we cross the boundaries of what is right, thinking it will help us or others, only to realize it takes us further from peace? By following Lord Rama's example, we can live with patience, wisdom, and trust in righteousness. When faced with temptation, we must remember the importance of staying within the bounds of Dharma. When life pulls us in many directions, we should trust that the path of truth will always guide us back to safety, even when the journey is long and filled with challenges. Let this story inspire you to walk the path of righteousness, to remain vigilant against the illusions of the world, and to trust in the power of good over evil.